up, people? Time for another unboxing of another monitor. Gosh, you know, there was a time where I was like really excited when I got a new monitor. Now it's almost commonplace. But this will probably be the last investment, the last monitor investment, I should say, until they come out with like 4K 144 Hz displays, or ultra wide just becomes so standard and prominent that every game starts supporting it and every game supports it very well. We will see. Alright, but we got now the Asus MG279Q, and we're going to be unboxing the display and setting it up. As you can see, there's no Acer X34 Predator behind me. It's empty. It's been packed away. I'm going to sell it. Make my money back. Yes. Alright, let's do it. Oh, the channel's been dead, but not anymore. It's still dead. But here we go, guys. This has been sitting right next to my bed in the corner for almost a week now, waiting to be unboxed. I've just been lazy. I've been working a lot. I haven't been having time to actually take the X34 Predator and pack it up and finally unbox this. Now, I get a lot of questions from people saying, why didn't I go with the PG279Q? You know, that is a G-Sync version. Basically, it's the same monitor, but it's just the G-Sync version of it with an IPS panel on 165 Hz overclock. Now, if you didn't see my video about why I was going back to 16:9, getting rid of my ultra wide, at least for the, you know, at least temporary. I'm gonna eventually migrate back over there because I really do honestly believe that is the future. I basically said that the G-Sync module has various issues where it has trouble displaying a full 16:9 image, especially on a 21:9 monitor, and on top of that, there's only one input, and it's HDMI 1.4. Now this has two HDMI's 1.4 inputs, excuse me, so I no longer have to switch cables between my Xbox and my PS4. I can just, you know, switch inputs. So it's much easier as well. And on top of that, one of the issues with the Predator monitor and a G-Sync, you know, module more specifically, is that it only supports limited range RGB through the HDMI input. So look at this, okay? We have our first thing here. Looks like instruction manuals for the monitor if we're inept at setting it up. Yeah, warranty issues, and we got little sit-up this. What the fuck? So we have that. We got our cables it comes with. This looks like an HDMI cable. I already have tons of these. I don't need any more of these. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. On top of that, we also got a USB cable, it seems. Actually, oh, look at that. It looks like a printer USB cable, so that's actually pretty cool. That's nice to have. I have a wireless, you know, Bluetooth printer, Wi-Fi printer, excuse me, so I don't need this, but nice to include that. We have our power input. Now the Predator actually had a power brick. This doesn't, so that's actually really awesome. So yeah, nice power input. Last cable is of course our DVI, or it's DVI, display port. I can't even think right now. Oh, it's actually mini display port. Look at that. Ooh, fancy, fancy, fancy. And then we got our cable routing little stick thing that goes on the back of the monitor to organize your cables. Pretty cool. Over here, our first piece is some plastic. Now here we go. Here's the stand of the monitor, pretty awesome. Now it looks almost very similar to the PG279Q, except it doesn't have a swivel thing on the, you know, the swivel circle on the actual stand. It does support swivel through this, but it's kind of cheaply made, as you can see. And instead of the RGB, ROG logo, excuse me, it has just a standard Supreme Gaming Experience little icon right there. So as you can see, you got IPS panel for our brilliant 100% sRGB color space accurate colors. Love that, and our high contrast ratio. It's a QHD display, so we have 2560 by 1440. That's pretty much seems to be the standard going forth right now in the gaming industry. A lot of people actually have 1440p displays when it comes to PC gaming, although I do know 1080p is still the most popular resolution. That's still a very good resolution to have because the pixel density is much higher. You get more desktop space. You don't need scaling or any issues like that. It just looks really, really good in motion. Going back to 144 hertz, baby. It's been a while since I had my VG248QE from Asus, which was a 1080p 144 hertz display. Going back to 144 hertz, I gamed on the Predator, which had 100 hertz. It was nice and smooth, but I personally can still tell a difference between 100 and 144. It's going to be nice, especially because I'm hitting 100 frames per second in Battlefield 1. It's going to be nice to hit even more frames per second, get closer to that 144 hertz refresh rate. That's awesome. Their game visual techniques, you know, all the crap that Asus puts in there are eye care, so it does have a low blue light flicker, and then our quick release stand for easy accessibility. A nice little design there on the side, so we'll put that off. We'll take out this, a little plastic piece here, and drop that on the floor. We got the panel itself right here with the stand, so let me take it out. Okay, move the box over, doing this with one hand, it's very hard. All right, so here is the monitor itself. Let's slide it out. Ooh, it's beautiful, really beautiful. And there she is. We got 27-inch display, really nice super slim bezels, which I personally like. It's not the slimmest I've ever had. I think my 4K monitor from Acer, the S277HK, that had very, very slim bezels. And I know it isn't as slim as the PG279Q. It's a little bit thicker than that. Another thing also is that it isn't completely flat. These do kind of stick out. But one of the selling points I love about this is that it's actually a completely matte finish monitor. There's no shiny plastic on it whatsoever, which means no fingerprints. Pretty awesome. We got a light anti-glare coating for the screen itself. On the back here, let's turn it around. Beautiful, nice, slim design, very minimalistic. We got our power input down there. We got our USB, I forgot whatever the printer USB thing is called, we got right there. We got a display port. We got two HDMI ports, 1.4 with MHL, I might add. Another display port, and then our mini display port right here. What is this? Oh no, these are two HDMIs, and this is just regular USB, my bad. Okay, so one display port, one mini display port, and two HDMI 1.4. It's pretty awesome. This can turn like this, and we're gonna be setting up the stand with it. Actually, if I can move this forward, do that right now. So it's pretty easy. All I'm basically going to be doing is just snapping it in there, to be completely honest with you. Snap it this way. No, let's go this way. There we go. It's in. I'm going to take this screw and just simply screw it into the base, and we should be all good to go. Pretty easy, nice and simple. It's in there. I'm gonna get a screwdriver and just make sure that it's actually nice and secure. There we go. Brush off some of the crap, and it's all good to go. Let me actually put this on the desk so you guys can see. So you're gonna have to excuse the holes in the wall. That was my wall mount that I had the Predator on because the stand was too high. But it's okay, you know, this monitor is gonna block them anyway, which is awesome. Ooh, there we go. So there it is, nice, beautiful 27 inches. This isn't too big, it isn't too small. Let me just go around you guys. Got my nice little rag here. I'm just gonna lightly brush off the plastic pieces and stuff and the little styrofoam stuff that was on the screen and the dust. It's awesome. I'm a huge, I'm very anal when it comes to actually cleaning monitors. I hate fingerprints on my display, I really do. So it's gonna be nice to, you know, have a brand new monitor, because I did buy the Predator used, and it was practically brand new when I bought it, you know, but I still kept it very clean, and I'm gonna sell it, probably get like a good $1,000 off of it, or very close to it, to be honest. That's one thing I can say about the Predator, is that it does actually hold its value. All right, so there it is. It's beautifully set up. I'm not gonna actually have it that high, realistically, but this can come down here, turn it down to about right there. Pretty cool, that seems comfortable. And right now I'm gonna plug in some cables. I'll bring you guys back when I actually have it up and running. All right, so I got all the cables installed and set up, pretty awesome. I did put my little webcam up on the top, and I will be getting a new webcam. I'm thinking about getting the new Logitech C922 webcam for streaming. I do actually want to return to streaming next year. All you guys who have been waiting patiently for me to be streaming, it is coming back next year, do not worry. Alright, so I'm going to be turning on this monitor for the first time. It's nice to have the a nice on-screen display unlike my Predator. Make sure it is straight. Putting this back here, my computer's going to be like, what the fuck? You just unplugged me from an ultra-wide, now I'm getting to a 16:9 display. This is very weird. Looks like it's going to my HDMI first. Let's see if we can switch the input. Here we go. Oh wow, it's nice to have this little joystick on the back. Alright, so I'm going to plug it into DisplayPort. Oh my god, whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, so this is different. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Nvidia control panel. It already looks like it's at 144 Hertz, is it? Just want to confirm. Yeah, it's already at 144 Hertz, 2560 by 1440, full RGB range, 8-bit color, beautiful. G-Sync is no longer installed. Yes, I want to make sure the changes are installed here. And we're going to get to installing first of all, we have to calibrate the monitor, which you have to get the settings from TFT Central. Then we also have to install a ICC profile to get the best possible settings. I'm just making sure all my stuff is in here correctly. Good. My 3D settings, I'm probably going to reset this. Let me restore default settings just to make sure this, is fine. It looks like it's also playing audio through the monitor speakers as well. Restore. Oh, it's restoring currently. It always takes a while for me to finish that. Alright, pretty good. It's very bright. Damn, this is a very bright monitor. It's so bright. This is not calibrated at all. Alright, so just make sure everything is in here. I'm going to turn on MFA, anti-aliasing, because I like that. Make sure this is on prefer maximum performance for power management mode. We're going to also go with preferred refresh rate. We're going to go with the highest available because there's no point in me running at 180 frames per second if the monitor can only display up to 144 frames per second. So I'm going to do that. VSync we'll leave on, well, use the application 3D settings because that's fine. But triple buffering, I might turn it on. I'll turn on triple buffering only if VSync is on. We'll see if that actually fixes it. Alright, so that's good. This is all set up. Pretty awesome. So first thing we gotta do is head over to TFT Central. Gosh. TFT Central. And let's go to the reviews. I was reading a review of this a few days ago, so I already know that it's down here somewhere. Asus MG279Q. Here it is. Alright, we're going to go to Calibration Settings. Here we go. Okay, pretty easy enough. Says it wants us to go to the racing preset mode. We'll reset it just to make sure it's all good. Blue light filter is going to be left at 0. Brightness we're going to turn down. It was at 90. We're going to turn it down all the way to 31. Yeah, that's much better. Contrast we'll leave at 80, it says. Color temperature is at user. We're going to go from 100 for red, 96 for green, and then 96 for blue. Much better. Image trace free. I already read the article down here. I just want to confirm, but it said, I believe it said leave trace free at 80. I believe it said 80 was the best one. Yeah, trace free is at 80. Okay, leave that up one. Now Vivid Pixel has to do with sharpening, I believe. It does, yeah, it's all about sharpening. So 25 seems really good. FreeSync obviously is not going to be on here. I can put it on. What's hilarious is I can actually put it on right now, it says, but it makes no sense because I can turn it on and it'll probably be like, you have an incompatible graphics card. Let's see. Oh, it actually allowed me. Damn. Because FreeSync, yeah, oh, see there, it changed the display down to 60 Hertz. So, no. It's actually kind of funny that you can actually toggle it on, though. That is kind of a little bit hilarious. So we're good there. All of our settings have been kept. That's good. Trace FreeSync is off, excuse me. And volume. Obviously, I have a JBL soundbar, so I don't need the volume on the monitor. I'll change the output as well. Game Plus. These are all our Game Plus features. Display port, obviously. Oh, you can actually change it to 1.1 if you want, but obviously 1.2 is where it is at. Our OSD timeout, I'm gonna leave it at 60 seconds. DDC and CI leave on. Transparency is fine where it is. We got more settings. Key lock, there we go. Information about our output, seems to be we're running good. And USB charging, we'll leave, that's actually kind of nice, USB charging. We'll leave it, actually no, we'll leave it off because I'm never going to use the USB ports at all. It's going to be pointless, completely pointless. And we're good to go. We just need that ICC profile, which we can get from, here, TFT Central. So let me scroll up. Oh, here we go. Scroll up, go back to calibration, and then find the ICC profile. Here it is. Search for Asus MG279Q. There we go. All right, got it installed. We'll show in folder. We're gonna copy this. We're gonna go to our hard drive. We're gonna go to Windows. Scroll all the way down to System 32. I believe it's in Spool, the Spool folder. Here we go, Spool, drivers, color, and we'll paste it right there. All right. Then, this is for anyone who doesn't calibrate displays, this is literally all it takes, and then you're done. So I'm gonna go in Cortana, I'm gonna type in color management. It's nice that I guess it's kind of nice that I'm walking you through this for people who don't do this. So we're gonna select our display. So obviously we have our generic PNP monitor. We're gonna select use my settings. We're gonna add the ICC profile in here, MG279Q, there it is. Then we have to go to advanced, leave this on system defaults, device profile. We have to go to change system defaults, advanced, use Windows display calibration. Now everything's a lot better. Change this to system, sRGB, ICC, okay. And now our display is officially calibrated. Really sweet. Now we got our display nice and calibrated, everything's good. Obviously what I want to do right now is I want to test out game performance and whatnot. So, and also more specifically, I want to make sure we don't have any dead pixels. So I'm going to actually go on Google here. And I'm going to actually download a completely black background. Ooh, excuse me. So make sure this is good. Save image. Make sure this is on. Then I'm going to put this completely as full screen. Just want to make sure that we're fine here. I think what is it? F11 is full screen? Yeah, F11 is completely full screen. So, I mean, it looks good. To be honest, a lot of people were saying that backlight bleed was an issue for this monitor. I don't see much at all. The contrast uniformity seems really nice. There's some slight clouding in the top corners right here, but it's nothing like distracting. And one of the big points that this monitor had was a really strong contrast ratio. And I'm not noticing much of, any issues whatsoever. It seems beautiful. 144 Hertz is glorious. Everything's super smooth. And it looks really uniform, really fantastic. So pretty awesome. I'll delete this image. We're gonna make sure we go back to get a white background now. And I want to test out the, oops, that's not white. There we go. I want to test out just the, the banding and stuff like that. Make sure that there's no inconsistencies with the tint. So, there we go. We're going to make sure this is full screen. And we are good to go. Looks beautiful. Looks really nice. You guys can see on the, the camera here, it looks really cool. So that's awesome to see. Very happy with it so far. It looks like I got a really good unit with this one. So obviously what I'm going to do right now, I got to change my background images, but I won't do this right now. But I'm going to actually navigate over to my PS3 and Xbox One, because one of the issues, the sole reason why I got rid of the Acer Predator X34 was because it was terrible when it came to consoles. So we're going to turn on my PS4 right now. We'll allow my PS4 to boot up. Let's change the inputs. There's actually an input icon right here. Should be HDMI 1 if I remember, if I put it correctly. HDMI 2. I just plugged the cables in. I think it might be HDMI 2. Is it? No, it is. Oh, it is. It's HDMI 1. Okay, perfect. So here we go. PS3 is booted up, nice and full screen. Everything's the perfect, you know, aspect ratio. We're gonna go to our sound and screen settings, make sure this is correct. 1080p output, RGB range is gonna be on full. Beautiful, perfect, thank you. And we are good to go there. Gosh, it's so nice to actually have a screen now that completely fills the image. Now, I am actually gonna turn on here, I don't know if the settings are uniform. Let me see if the settings should be uniform. Okay, they are uniform. So I'm actually going to go here, and I'm actually going to be changing my, look, you can change an aspect ratio. Here's 1:1, overscan, and our full aspect ratio, beautiful. So vivid pixel is basically sharpness, so I'm going to actually turn this up. That's way too sharp. Let's see, that's no sharpness at all. It still looks pretty good. So yeah, 50, usually 50 right here, that actually is a very good balance right now, because I'm noticing that it's upgrading the resolution, but it's not doing anything terrible. Well, not upgrading the resolution, but it's upgrading the sharpness. It's PSN down, it always is. Alright, so I'm just going to boot up Mirror's Edge right now, just because it's installed on my hard drive and I don't need to put a disk in, so we'll quickly test this. The most elaborate monitor unboxing ever. Pretty cool. I'll actually put up volume because, you know, I didn't need to do that last time, so we can actually hear. This is actually a good time to test the speakers as well. Volume. So we're turning volume up to 100. See how loud this monitor gets. It is HDMI 2, by the way. It just says HDMI 2, so. Yep. Whew. Now it's so nice to have a display that finally the correct aspect ratio. No longer have to be pissed off by all this crap. Oh geez. I'm looking at it right now and I have to turn the volume down. Actually, I can do that from the game. I don't even have to do this. I'm looking at the you know, the display right now, and I think that I actually may have to turn down, you know, vivid pixel, because it looks very sharp. You know what? Screw you. I don't want to have to chase after damn KrugerSec all the time. Teleport me over here. Can I do that? Fast travel. There we go. Leave me alone. Okay, so this is actually be good to fully set up Vivid Pixel, see how well it does, because a lot of it is sharpness, but I don't know, like 50 brings out a lot of highlights, but it might be too much. It's also like introducing a lot of aliasing artifacts. 50 might be too much. Like 25 looks soft, but okay. 50 looks like overly sharp. I wish there was like an in-between setting. That would be nice. So we fast traveled over here. I wish it wasn't a nighttime scene, to be honest, but I totally forget, because I played this game at Jake's and I beat it at Jake's, but I never actually moved my, you know, my save file over. But it's so nice to finally have the correct aspect ratio. My god, this was pissing me off when I was playing this game and everything was so widened. I no longer have that issue at all. Everything's set correctly. I actually might have to redo my brightness because, you know, what's wrong? Yeah, this is definitely full range RGB, you can tell. Yeah, so that's fine. But I mean, it looks good, right? It looks pretty good, at least when you guys are watching off screen, but it does look good. You know what? Ugh, that is so annoying. Seriously. Oh my god. This game is frustrating when you just want to calmly record a video and the game's like, no, fuck you. And it's annoying. It's hilarious how they let you fast travel if you're being followed though. Alright, so I just gotta find out a correct vivid pixel setting. I don't know if it'll be 50. I might stick at 25 because 50 looks overly sharp. It just really does. It really does. So speakers sound decent though. They're not bad. You know, it's not surround sound or anything like my JBL, but it's a decent setup. Let me see. Ah, yeah. That's really sharp. Yeah, I don't know. Like 25 looks decent, but 50 looks like it's I'm just noticing a lot more aliasing when I bump up the sharpness. I mean, obviously, right? That's like what you get. But there's some like it brings out some detail in some parts. So I think I'm gonna stick with 25. But let me just run around a little bit with 50. I don't know. I mean, the problem with this game right now is that it's only 900p, so it's being upscaled to 1080p right here, and you know the monitor's using interpolation. So it's not really upscaling it, but you know, it's completely fine. Input lag feels great though. It does. This feels fantastic. I'm not noticing anything. I believe the input lag for 1080p at 60 Hz was 17 milliseconds, which is not really ideal, but you know, considering 60 frames per second is 16.6 milliseconds, I'm not going to notice an extra 1 millisecond of input lag. I think it should be fine in most situations. Not to mention console games typically run at 30 frames per second, and so you know you're getting lower input lag than the frames are being rendered in. Yeah. Alright, well I just want to test out this video and do it. It's so nice to finally have this correct aspect ratio though, I'll tell you that. This is beautiful. I'm going to enjoy playing games now. No, wow. No ghosting whatsoever. This is much faster. This is actually, I'm noticing no motion blur, like the response time is incredible, and no ghosting or anything like this. It's actually really well done. Alright guys, well that's it. I just wanted to do a quick video setting up this display. I'm looking forward to actually using it. I'm going to play some PC games now. I also got, you know, some more stuff to do today, but this is going to be awesome. I think as my main monitor, it's going to be nice because I'm going to be I'm just going to be perfect, you know? That's the thing. I'm not going to have like the best thing ever, but I'm not going to have the worst thing ever. I'm going to be where I should be, exactly where I should be. 1440p, a considerable upgrade over 1080p, and then you have 144 Hz IPS colors, just make it tremendous. I'm really happy with this. Alright, so I'll talk with you all later. Thank you all for watching. Let me know if you have this mod or what you think of it, or if you have, you know, something around it. Whatever you guys think. I will talk with you all later. I have to go sell my Acer X34 Predator, and I do have to do a few more, you know, room upgrades and whatnot. But I know a lot of you guys were asking for some unboxing videos. I wanted to do this video and really do a cool unboxing for you guys, and I'm going to be changing up my room a little bit, so there's going to be a room tour coming in 2017. I really plan to make up for a lot of the horrible year pretty much that this channel had in 2016. I really plan to make up for it in 2017. I want to, you know, I just want to say I apologize for not getting this stuff out quicker, but I gotta do a Battlefield 1 impressions that's coming up, and probably some gameplay and whatnot, and I do want to get back to streaming, and yeah, should be pretty cool. Thank you guys very much. Talk to you all later. Have a great day.